Hello.
Why'd you say it like that?
I've brought you here today to fire you. Hello, Clarice. Welcome to the Incoherent Fangirl.
Where we are freaking out a little bit because we have so many exciting things coming in the next several weeks. I can't wait.
All will be revealed into, and I normally hate when like podcasts or shows or stuff say stuff like that, but like being on this side of it, it's like you have to like
Hold it
keep it
in.
quiet until it's time.
We can announce one of the things closer to the end of this episode
Yeah.
because it will be revealed for next week's episode. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, very exciting.
Okay. Have we even said who we are yet?
No, I was waiting
Okay.
for you. It was your turn.
This is Incoherent.
Yes.
I am Mandy of The Scar.
And I am Karin from Stewart Productions. In our timeline, it is currently January 26th, and in your timeline, it is February 3rd. How are we in February already?
I know January normally like drags and drags and drags, but this year it's been going kind of quick.
It kind of just disappeared all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. I don't
Yeah.
understand how time works. Time is a construct.
It's wibbly wobbly.
Yep.
Time. But speaking of time, you've already said it. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm so tired today. I'm so tired today. Sorry. Ignore me.
It's okay. We're still getting our sea legs back. It's only our second time recording after being gone for like 2.5 months. So
yeah.
give
And
us time.
I told Karin before we started recording, like officially started the episode. Today is my quick before the children are here, do everything you have to do to be ready to leave for Disney between the time I got off and starting to record. And there was I'm fried. There was so much stuff to do, and so I've just been running ragged, and so my brain's not here. You're just gonna have to ignore me this episode.
Except for we can't, because I can't be the focus of anything for that long. So let's not do that. So before we get into the episode, I think we're going to start with some quote unquote announcements or just general things that don't really fit into any of the other categories.
Yeah.
The first thing that I have written down is that Jeremy Renner is home from the hospital and is recovering. I heard a lot of terrible things like when the accident first happened. So I was really stressed out because anybody who knows me knows that I am absolutely in love with Jeremy Renner. So I was like stressing out. So
he broke, didn't he break 30 bones?
Over 30 bones.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And I can't get too graphic into that because I'm squeamish, but
yeah. Yeah, so it's very encouraging that he is at home doing PT and all of that. And he's been posting regularly to Instagram, which has been nice because I have been stressed out. So
yeah,
we continue to send well wishes and
our
hope he
love.
gets better soon. We love you.
Did you know that the youths, this is for Patreon only, so we do this. Did you know that the youths do something?
Yeah, it's like with this.
Yeah, that's what it is. Well, they use their pointer and their middle fingers to make a heart.
It's really hard.
More like a heart. They claim it looks more like a heart. I'm like, I don't know, guys.
No,
I don't know. But then again, if you ask like a child what it's like to hold a phone up, like what's the hand gesture, this. They use their palm instead of their thumb and their pinky. Like what?
Have you seen the one where if you ask the youths how do you take a picture, we go like this, they go like this, right?
I'm 152. I'm 152 years old.
I have never felt so old. I've never felt so old. And we're not even that old, Mandy.
Millennial panic.
It's the worst. Anyways, now that we've had our existential crisis, let's talk about something really exciting. The Oscar nominations just came out, and Everything Everywhere All at Once is leading the pack with 11 nominations.
And I am
losing my mind. I am so excited. I was resolved to be sad that Stephanie Hsu wasn't going to get nominated for supporting actress because she wasn't nominated for the Golden Globes. And then I wake up Tuesday morning and she was, and I just died in that moment.
Yeah.
It was so exciting. So
I'm
I'm
never
very
gonna get over
excited.
that movie.
I just rewatched it and it's just as chaotic and amazing as it was the first time.
Every time I think about it, I just think about the hot dog hands, fingers, whatever. Like,
Did I send you or did I just post it? There, I think it was A24 like posted a screenshot or something of their direct message to Oscar Mayer, and they were like, "Hey, we have an opportunity, something
oh
something."
yeah,
And
I
then
did see that.
the caption was like, when one Oscar says no, another one will say yes, or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, it was so funny. I love it so much. Okay,
Yeah,
and then
that's
the
funny.
last thing I have written down is that I recently read something where I read an article where one of like it was like a subsection. I don't remember what the whole article was about. It had to do with I want to say it was like Evangeline Lilly and her anti-vax crap. But
I've hated her since Lost.
there was a
Sorry.
line in that article that said that it has been debunked that Letitia Wright wasn't going to get vaccinated, that she was like
Oh
anti-vax, all that stuff. I didn't look into it, but that's
no.
really interesting because we
Yeah.
were talking about that. So I
Oh,
just
if
thought
we
that
have
was,
bought into that and it wasn't true, then we are sorry.
yeah, I haven't like done any research. I just read this one line in the article. And so I wanted to bring it up because we have talked about it. And if she is not anti-vax or, you know, wasn't whatever, like, sorry, we were going off of
Yeah.
what we knew.
And I said I hate Evangeline Lilly. It's because I hated Kate on Lost. So like
Yeah.
she's fallen Vic. She could be awful. She could be great. I don't really know. I
Yeah.
just know I hated the character, and it's like I'm
Sometimes
just
that's just how it
don't like you.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just
Your face. It's your
you
face.
see you see an actor in a specific role. Like I can't look at Wyatt Russell without being mad as hell, no matter what role he's playing, because all
I
I know him
know.
as, like, I'm sure he's probably a
I
sweet
need
baby
him to
angel.
play something great so that
I
I
need
can
him to
like,
be sweet, but like
yeah.
all I can think of is John Walker. So
Well, okay, I hate Christian Bale forever. I'm gonna die hating Christian
yes.
Bale because of his like rant that he went on a
Yeah.
film set in like 2005. It's like, okay, shut up. And so if I see his face, my husband
Yeah.
was watching something the other day with him in it, and he was like, "You would like this," and I was like, "No,
Nope.
no."
Yeah. So, anyways, that is our random miscellaneous announcement section.
Well, no, we got one more. I'm
Oh, we
magical.
do. Mandy is
Harper
very magical.
Collins. Yeah. So last
Yes.
week when Karin was talking about the Harper Collins union and how they're on strike for a living wage and commitment to diversity in the workplace, I mentioned that we were recording like a week and a day early and that maybe they'd get their heads out of their asses. And this morning they agreed to
Go
meet
into
with the union
mediation.
and go into
Yeah.
mediation. And so today I'm going to say that by this time next week, they will have given the union everything they want.
Yes.
They will commit
Manifest it.
to a diverse workplace. They will pay people enough money to survive on, and everyone will be back at their jobs and we'll be able to share reviews because we're still not going to talk about HarperCollins books. We're still
Right.
holding the line. But yeah, hey.
But it's progress and
Hey.
manifested the hell out of that. So
Look at us.
and
We did that. We didn't do that. The
just
union did that, but
yes. We in our own little universe here at our podcast, we did something.
Yes.
And speaking of Mandy's magical powers, we can't talk about it quite yet, but there is something else that Mandy manifested last episode that has come to pass.
Come to pass.
It's very
It's
exciting.
insane how fast.
It
because
is.
when I said it, it was like just off the hip, like
Yeah. Because that's what we always say. And then
within like 2 days, it's like,
It
oh wait,
was-
hold on.
it was because I posted that clip.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I can't wait to tell all of y'all about it.
While
I'm
you're
losing my
listening
mind.
to this, go drop comments on our latest Instagram post maybe and leave your guesses as to what I could have manifested.
Yeah, there's some
really
pretty-
cool stuff coming. Pretty major stuff coming.
pretty exciting stuff coming. So yes, if you need Mandy to manifest anything, send us some messages on Patreon because, maybe we'll
That's
make
an
that a
announcement.
service.
That's an announcement that, I mean, it opened a
still-
week ago from when you're hearing this, but
Patreon is open.
you're within the 2 weeks to get a bookmark.
Do it. Do it. They're very cute. I love these bookmarks so much. All right, so let's get into our first segment after we've talked all that nonsense
I
already.
know, all of that babbling. Incoherent babbling.
That's us. That's the brand. This week in fangirling, what did you do this week, Mandy?
I read a HarperCollins book, so I'm not going to tell you about it. I beta read a book for Amber D. Lewis. I don't know if I can say the title yet or not.
I don't know
she
that
said I could post. She put it in her newsletter, and so I asked if I could post that I had read it on Goodreads, and she said yeah. But I don't know if we're like talking about it yet. So I'm not going to say.
Think so. I don't think so yet. But yeah.
So
I still need to read it. I haven't had a moment. I know it's going to be fast. I just haven't had a moment.
Yeah, it was there. I loved it.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it was there like it was bad. I loved it. But I don't want to give any details.
It's Amber, so I know
it's Amber. I automatically loved it. I don't want to give details about why I loved it.
For sure.
Then speaking of Amber,
yes. Oh my gosh.
She recommended this book. It is still in an ARC campaign right now, but the author, I don't know if it's on auto approve or if they're just really trying to get the word out, but mine was approved almost instantly. I recommended it to a friend today. Theirs was approved almost instantly because they started reading it quickly.
Yeah, mine was too. I got mine right away too.
So it is called A Rival Most Vile by R.K. Ashwick. And it's a vial of potion, right?
Yeah.
And it is about, so there's Ambrose Beak. He is a certified potion master in this town called the Scar, which is where I'm from this week. And his best friend, he's half human, half elf. His best friend, I'm not really sure. I think it always says she's elfish. So I assume she's either full elf or something, but it's Dawn. And he's got there's it's like this little found family that works and lives, they live above their stores on this street in the Scar. It's Rosamond Street. And it starts out, he's very stoic, very straight laced, by the book, rigid, doesn't really let people in. But he tolerates all of these people and then loves Dawn. So the book starts with all of them piling into his store to place a bet about the empty store across the street and what kind of shop is opening that morning in this empty storefront. And he's like, please don't place bets in my store. Please leave, get out of my store, blah, blah, blah. And they're just kind of you're just crotchety. So it ends up, and this is in the back of the book. It's not a spoiler. It's another potions shop. So he's immediately pissed. And the guy who moves in across the street, Eli, is fly by the seat of his pants. He rushes through safety stuff. He does all of these really steep discounts that Ambrose is not interested in. And so they clash very, very quickly. Ambrose has been trying to save a lot of money for an upcoming anniversary for his store. And this guy's sales just plummet all of his goals. Then they are forced to work together on something. Ooh. And it is just I don't know how to describe it other than I feel like this book literally hugged me. It is so cozy. One of the merchants on Rosamond Street is an orc. And then you've got and the way that she wrote this book is so cool because she describes depression and anxiety so accurately, and it's so relatable, where you let your depression or your anxiety lie to you and make you think, oh, nobody cares about me. And so you isolate yourself because you're like, they don't really care, but they love you anyways, even when you don't see it. And it gives lessons of loving someone and doing things for them, even though they'll never reciprocate, this taking care of you when you're sick or, doing it without any expectations. And she also challenges gender expectations too. There's one character, Sherry, who is the mother hen. She's an older woman. Her kids are grown and gone. And so she mothers them, and she's always got cookies and a cup of tea and an ear to listen. And she's the badass weaponsmith. of the scar. So she's making all of like the weapons for adventurers and people to go out and fight dragons. And so it's like you would and then like the orc, I think he was the jewelry
I
maker.
love it.
I
I can't
think.
wait to read it.
And then there's like one of them, the orc may be non-binary. I'm switching them up now. One of them is Banneker, and I can't remember the other's name. And I may be misremembering who is who, but there's a non-binary member of the family. There is an orc, there's half elves, there's humans, and I don't like, they're making potions to like make people fly and to, you know, I just can't get over how freaking good it was. It was a very quick read. It only took a few hours, but it just was, I'm blown away. I really am. Like there's a full blog. It's pretty spoiler free. I mean, it gives you a little bit of background. She did something that we love in that on her website there are content warnings, even though they're minor. It's like she listed out even things like alcohol consumption casually. Because they're sitting at a table drinking a wine or a glass of wine or a beer. But if that's triggering, it's listed.
We love that.
And so, so I can't say enough good things. You should go read my blog. You should go follow RK Ashwick everywhere. I feel about this book the way I feel about Amber's books, in that I have read something that's going to be big.
Oh, I can't wait to read it.
I can't wait for you to read it either, because you're gonna so excited. You're gonna just die. I don't think that this is Harper. Is Schusterman? He's Simon and Schuster, right? Schusterman.
Simon, yeah.
Okay.
Simon and Schuster.
So I finished The Toll today. Spoiler alert. If you've never read Arc of the Scythe, skip ahead 30 seconds. When she wakes up and she says, this just happened. And he's like, yeah, it was just a moment ago. He waited 117 years for her. And he's there when she wakes up. 117 years.
I know.
I love Rowan so much. I love him so much. I died.
I was like waiting for you to get to that part. And then you texted me and I was like, ah!
Like the one hand, like I'm mad that there's not like an epilogue where they have babies, because it feels like they're trying to be the Adam and Eve of elsewhere. So like I want babies, and but that was like perfect too. And I posted jokingly on my Insta stories where it was like, I don't ever read. I read books by the girls, the gays, and the theys, but Neil Shusterman. You got it, man. You got it.
That's a man who knows how to write.
Yeah, that man knows how to write, and I think he passed it on to his son. I haven't read Retro yet, but it's on my list. She's over here looking at it already.
I'll talk about that later.
Yeah. I was trying to get it at Y'all Fest, and I don't remember how I ended up not getting it. Something happened, but they were he and Sophia. Sophia. Yeah, they were really funny in like the little dance battle at the YA Smackdown. They had like a big dance battle, and I love it. They were really cute.
I thought I saw an arc of it in your picture that you posted, like a bunch of arcs.
It's either Brandy's or my niece's, because we got some of the same books, and we got some different books, so one of them might have gotten it.
Yeah, and I was looking at it and I'm like, wait,
I'm a hoarder, right? So like I'm not, unless it had been like Last Violent Call, I would have given it to you. But like I wanted all of the arcs I had, so I wasn't gonna like ask them to give me one of theirs or trade it or vice versa, because I didn't want to put them in that spot either, like, and it's fine. And I could borrow it from one of them. I want to support the authors, so I'll buy it, but like I could also borrow it from them if it's in that photo. And then the only other thing I've really done this week other than Disney prep is I've still been watching The Crown. I'm getting very close to caught up. Diana and Charles are separated, and she's starting to challenge the media, and I think that this guy she's met is the one that she dies with. But it was real late last night when I had it on, so I can't remember. But that's fair. It's good. I've been loving it. I don't know what I'm just gonna go back to reading and writing when I'm done with it, because it's like the only thing that would hold my interest on TV right now.
That's fair. Okay. Was that that was everything you did?
Yep, I think so. I don't think I did anything else. I think I was kind of boring this week.
You're never boring.
What did you do this week?
Okay, so I have a couple things that I wrote down. Two of the books that I read this week are HarperCollins imprints, so I'm not going to talk about them, which makes me really sad because I really want to talk about But
Same. Mine was good.
mine too. I did a buddy read with Beth,
Yeah.
and it was so much fun. That was like my first buddy read, so it was very exciting.
It's not
But I can't
hard
talk about
to
it.
it's not hard to support the union, but it's hard to not talk about books that you've loved reading because like I feel like the author suffers. And it's
Yeah,
not their fault,
right.
but
But and then the
we're gonna hold the
authors are
line.
like, yeah, and the authors support it too. Like they
Right.
know, like, but it's hard to
It's gonna
not.
suck not getting to gush.
Yeah. So
This author was so talented. They did such a
hopefully
good
next
thing.
week they get their
Yeah.
contract. We're manifesting it.
Look at how creepy that looks.
It is. It was very creepy last week too. Just FYI.
I didn't notice.
FYI.
So patrons can see, listeners cannot. I have a copy of Saint by Adrian Young. I've got
Fable
Young
and
and, I mean
Namesake.
not Young and Namesake, Able and Namesake that way, Fable and Namesake that way, but Saint is in the picture and it looks just like somebody's creeping over my shoulder.
Yeah. It's been creeping me out since last week.
And his eyes look like snake-like in the picture when they're not. They're beautiful. He's got gorgeous eyes.
Oh, so
And he's a
funny.
very handsome man. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Incoherent.
We're on brand. Anyways, so since we last recorded, I finished reading an arc of Courtiers by Valentine Lowe. I got it from it's St. Martin's Press, and it took me quite a while to get through. Just because, and it's not like bad, it's not bad, it's just nonfiction is hard for me. Like it has to be a very specific kind of nonfiction. And
Yeah,
I was sure, like, the full title of the book is Courtiers, Intrigue, Ambition, and the Power Players Behind the House of Windsor. Like, doesn't that just sound interesting?
Sounds like something I would live and die for.
Right. Yeah. And all of the information was very interesting. It was very well researched. Like, it was, it was good. Like, everything there was, all the parts were there. The only problem I had was that the author wrote like they were writing a textbook. So
It would be cool if it was like all of that information, but like written by Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
Like to where
That
it's like
would be
I'm giving
fun.
you the dirt, I'm giving you the inside scoop.
Yes, because
XOXO.
honestly, that's what it felt like it was supposed to be. Like it was supposed to be like, here's an inside look into the monarchy and all of like the behind the scenes stuff that you don't normally see. And it should feel more gossipy and like interesting. And it just put me to sleep. I felt bad.
Yeah.
I
know. I was trying to like bully you into stopping because it was like, don't waste your time if it's not. If a book is not for you, it's not for you.
Yeah,
and it's okay.
It was like the information was interesting, and I was enjoying getting the information into my brain. It's just having to do the work to get the information was it was yeah. So if that is your jam, you're a big nonfiction reader and you're interested in the royal family or the monarchy as an institution, that might be the book for you. I also read this week, I read Satisfaction Guaranteed by Corelia Stetz Waters. Corelia Stetz Waters. I always want to say Watson. It is it's like a grumpy sunshine forced proximity. It's sapphic. It's a rom-com.
Yes.
And it centers around trying to save a feminist sex toy store.
Hey.
And I am here for it. It was so good. I loved it so much. It was my first book that I ever read by this author, and I am a fan. It was so funny. I loved every minute of it. And they were like opposites attract, and it was like
dreams.
Honestly, opposites attract, grumpy sunshine, forced proximity. It's sapphic. It's a rom. Like, what more do I need? Do I need to say more? I loved it. I loved every minute of it. So go pick that up. And then I also read this week The Sky Blues by Robbie Couch, which was his debut, and it gave me all the warm fuzzies. I loved it. Near the end, I was like all in my feels, and I was just, it's about this. So Sky is an openly gay senior at his school, like this small school in Michigan, and he has this plan for like a promposal for like this guy that he's been crushing on, and like promposals are a big thing at the school, like everybody does them kind of thing. So he like has this plan, but then it gets leaked, and so
No.
and he's like worried because when it gets leaked, he's like, oh crap, like people are gonna like, I'm gonna be ostracized even more because it's like backwoods country, like people are the worst, like Republicans, Trumpers, that kind of
Yeah.
bullshit. But it turns out that like everybody rallies behind him, and it's like so cute. And
Ah,
there's a little bit of a surprise at the end, and there was some foreshadowing that I was messaging Robbie on Instagram, and I was like, wait a minute, is this? And he just like laughed at me because obviously he's not going to tell me. But then I like, yeah, it was really
yeah.
good. I really enjoyed it. And I was sure that I was going to love it anyways because I read Blaine for the Win, which was his second book last month, and I love
Yeah.
that so much as well. Like I love Robbie's writing.
I
So
can't wait for you to read If I See You Again Tomorrow.
I know. Like
Ugh.
literally, I finished reading The Sky Blues at like 1:45, and then I went to check my email right after that, and I had gotten an email like half an hour before that saying that I was approved for If I See You Again Tomorrow, and I was like, this is so exciting. It was a very, very good day. So
Yeah.
yeah, I highly recommend that. It was very good. And then I'm currently reading an arc of Behind the Scenes by Corellius That's Waters. And I was told that there are some cameos from Satisfaction Guaranteed in here, so
Hey,
that's
I
exciting.
love that.
I love,
I love a
yeah, like
crossover.
they're not like, it's not like a series, but there's like cameos, which is super fun.
Well, Adam Silvera does that in the First to Die at the End, and
Uh-huh.
they both die at the end, like, and it's just like 5 seconds.
Oh, I
But it's
love.
enough that like it's enough that if you've read the other book, it's like
I
and
love
that's all
when
you need.
authors
It's
do that.
nice.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
So this is called Behind the Scenes. It is about Rose, who is like this high power. She works at a consultation firm for businesses, but what she does in her spare time is she is an ASMR artist. Um, and she's got
Hey.
these two pugs, and she's worried that she's going to become like an old pug lady because she's just like, it's all about work and all of that and not dating or whatnot.
Right.
And then you have Ash, who is an indie filmmaker who is trying to get financing for the film that she wants to get made. And it's basically like her second chance to get back into Hollywood, but it's also like her last chance to get back into Hollywood. And they meet, and obviously things happen, and I'm just very excited to. I am a few chapters in. I'm on chapter 13, and I am very excited. Like they've met, and they're so cute together
Oh.
already. I love it.
So
I love
what
it.
kind of ASMR artist is she? Is she like the clicking at the microphone,
She
or
so
is she like the
she like talks into the microphone, like she whispers into the microphone, and it's like mindfulness kind of thing. So she says things like you're precious to me, you're precious to the world. Like she's trying, it's like calming mindfulness thing. But I think she just there was just a scene where she's like peeling apples with like an apple peeler. There was, I forget what else there was. There were a couple, there was another one and I can't remember, but it's not like I don't know. I
so
don't listen to ASMR, so I don't know
I
like what
don't
the
either.
different types are.
Well, like on TikTok, I will live and like die for the kitchen restock ASMR
Yes, I
videos.
love
I love
those.
those, or cleaning. But
Hmm.
then you have like you'll suddenly be on somebody who's like putting shaving cream on a microphone and being like,
Oh, no, 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 no,
and
no.
they freak me out so much. It's like, look,
Yeah.
this is a Play-Doh for you. What?
No,
No, I don't
no.
like that.
No, I
And
don't
a
like
lot of
that.
people do. I'm not like knocking you. It just gives me like the chills
We're
up my spine.
we're not
I'm like,
yucking
whoa,
anybody's yum, but like it's not
no,
for us.
no, it's not for me.
But
But
yeah, like it's not like that kind of.
it's just like
It's just
calming
like calm.
sounds.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
She just like like, and they haven't figured it out yet, but Ash actually listens to all of Rose's like videos and stuff. And so it like helps her go to sleep because it's just calming stuff to like get
Yeah.
her out of her mind from the day. So I'm very excited about
Very
that. It
cute.
comes out by the time you listen to this episode, it'll have come out because it releases January 31st. So go get it.
I can't
Actually,
believe it's almost January 31st.
I know.
Wild.
I saw it in my Barnes and Noble like yesterday, and I'm like, you don't come out till
Put
next
this
week.
back, guys.
What are you doing? I saw like 3 books that haven't actually published, like their pub dates haven't come yet that
Your
were on
Barnes
this.
and Noble needs to get it together.
Yeah, I like mentioned it when I checked out. I was like, I saw like 3 books that haven't even like the pub date hasn't come. She's like, yeah, well, when publishers send us stuff, if they don't have like a strict street date, we just kind of put them out when we get them. And I was like,
Shouldn't you
rumor
be
has
looking
it
that up?
that rumor has it that affects their like New York Times
Yeah.
bestseller list standing.
Yeah.
So maybe don't do that.
Yeah, that's kind of shitty.
It's kind of like I was like really excited because I was like, ooh, and then I was like, that's not out for another 2 weeks. I'm gonna
Yeah.
let that go. I'm not gonna grab that. But yeah, so
Yeah.
that is what I have read slash am reading. I did forget to tell you last week, and I forgot this, but Will Trent is set in Georgia. Like he works for the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. And so anytime they'd say or do anything, I'm like, Mandy,
Yeah. I
are
need to
you
know, like,
are you
where
there?
in Georgia? Are they in Atlanta? Where?
I can't. I don't know. I want to say
Let
yes.
me
I think
Google it.
one of the guys said APD, which would be Atlanta Police
Yeah.
Department. So I'm assuming
Or it
Atlanta.
could be Albany,
Well,
or it could be
maybe.
Augusta, or it could
Listen,
be Athens.
I don't live in Georgia, ma'am.
Yeah, it's Atlanta. Atlanta's overwhelmed foster care system is where he was
Oh,
forced to
yeah.
endure a harsh coming of age.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so he's in the ATL, which
Yeah.
Georgians don't call it. I just said it to be funny.
I was like, it's like how
Going to the
people
ATL.
it's like how people not from California call it Cali. Like,
Yeah.
ugh, makes me want to throw up.
I read a thing earlier today that was like what people from Georgia don't do, and one of them was like say ATL, pronounce the second T in Atlanta, drink Pepsi. Ugh. Ugh. We don't do that.
Oh my god, that's
We don't
so
do that
funny.
here.
And then the last thing is that I have been binging Cutthroat Kitchen with my daughter.
Oh my
Because
anxiety.
it's so like she loves it. I was trying like I was doing something or other. I don't remember what I was doing. I was doing something and I wanted some like background noise, like something that I didn't have to like pay attention to, but was like still interesting. And for some reason I was not putting oh, it's because I needed to distract her so I couldn't like it couldn't just be an audiobook because she wouldn't sit down and just not bother
Right.
me. So I put on Cutthroat Kitchen, and so we've just been binging that, and
Alton Brown is a sadistic freak.
he is
monster.
Psychotic. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But I love him.
I do too, but like it's like you're a monster. How do you do this to people?
Absolutely.
Cook this meal where it
Ugh.
hold it with oven mitts. Like what? We're gonna take all of your sources of heat. Now cook
Bonkers.
this steak.
Absolutely bonkers. It's crazy. And I love
Monster
it.
man.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing this week.
That's a good
It's a lot.
yeah, it's a good little
Okay.
list.
Tell me. Go ahead.
No,
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, do you
I
have a
always-
fictional boyfriend?
It's like I always introduce things. You can do it
Do
too.
you have a fictional boyfriend this week? Or a
Um,
girlfriend? Or they
so
friend?
I wrote down a couple people, and they're all from the Sky Blues.
Oh.
Because I just love, like, they were just side characters that were just so precious to me.
Yeah.
So, Dan, I don't want to say anything because it's kind of spoilery. So Dan from the Sky Blues, Sky's best friend Bree, who is freaking adorable. She's crazy, chaotic, like yearbook editor, type A. Like, I love
Yeah.
her. And then Teddy, so sweet. He's like a jock, but like the sweetest kind of jock. Like, not like the typical gross jock. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, I love that. I love that so much. So yeah, I love them. That's all I wrote down. So yeah.
Okay, I have two fictional boyfriends. The first one is Eli Lawrence from Arrival Most Vile. So he's
Okay.
the one that comes in and opens the potion shop. I don't even know this guy's TikTok handle, but I pictured this guy on TikTok. It's like I am Karin or something like that.
Uh-huh.
It's something, I don't know. It used to be about an Oscar years ago, but he's like this very, I don't think that the character is very tall, but I just picture him very tall, but it's like golden retriever vibes,
Oh my
goofy, funny, clumsy, kind of just the
I love
opposite of
that.
someone who's totally straight-laced and,
Yeah.
but he's also like so good about like, no, that is, your anxiety is not telling you the truth right now. I
Mhm.
care. I care, and I'm right here. And I'm not going to let you, your anxiety twist you into thinking that I'm mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm taking care of you. Things like that. So love,
I
love, 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 love.
love that so
Um,
much.
and then Rowan Damish from Arkham Side. Listen, I loved him. And then they started calling him Scythe Lucifer, and it was like,
I loved him from the moment he was introduced.
yeah,
From the very first moment, and it just kept getting better and better.
I know. Yeah, so that's my two fictional boyfriends. But
Love it.
also, I'm gonna find that TikToker and send it to you because he's beautiful too. The one that I
Okay.
think like that reminds me of Eli. I'm just like, oh,
Okay.
you might have seen him because he's the one who did the sound of be careful how you speak about my high lady.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
he does
sounds
Azrael
familiar.
quotes.
I love
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I'm feeling some kind of way, Mandy.
Oh, wait till you hear his actual voice saying it. Then you'll be like, holy shit. But he's like the dopiest guy. He tries now. Like now he goes out of his way to like be sexually appealing and all of that. But like his earlier videos, he was just like golden retriever and it was precious.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me, where did your money go,
Oh
Mandy?
God.
I know.
Okay. We'll
I
have some
agree.
stacks on stacks on stacks.
Cool.
This wasn't money, but I got another book from the Hachette Social Club. So I got Soul Boom: Why We Need a Spiritual Revolution by Rain frickin' Wilson.
Yes.
This was a surprise. I didn't know it was coming, so like I posted on my TikTok me opening it because I was like, feels
I
like a
don't know.
book.
Yeah.
Doesn't say where it's from.
I love that.
It was this. I'm
That
excited
is
to read
so
this.
exciting.
Yeah, especially since it's Rain Wilson. My husband is like a diehard. We get in debates because
Yeah,
I love The Office. I think Parks and Rec is better.
I agree.
He watched Parks and Rec once and said like all the way through, and he was like, I don't ever need to watch that again. But like he'll put on The Office as his comfort show.
To
I can't.
each their
And
own.
then he tries to tell me that Jim Halpert is a better TV husband than Ben Wyatt.
Mm-mm.
Hush your mouth.
Mm-mm.
You will not spill these lies in my home. Ben Wyatt is like the greatest TV husband ever.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I feel like we've had a fangirl freestyle about that.
Oh, we did. I'm
Yeah.
sure we did. We've talked about it.
So then a friend of mine, Shella, just dropped these books off for me yesterday. She got them for me a while ago and just had forgotten. It is the Fallen series by Lauren Kate. She said they're very good. So yeah, I have the Fallen series that I'm
Very
gonna
cool.
read. Yeah, I was pumped. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of books.
I wish my friends would just drop off some books for me.
Right? She's awesome. Okay, so then last night I don't really remember. I had to go get food and I got stuck waiting for my food. It was like 45 minutes until my food was going to be ready because I didn't feel
Yikes.
like cooking. There's the Barnes and Noble there.
Oh.
So I got a stack of books. So I got hard copies of our bestie Robbie's books. Since I have the arc up there, I'll get like the regular edition of If I See You Again Tomorrow too. But I got Blaine for the Win and the Sky Blues.
I'm about to order those from I don't think I've ever talked about them on the website or on the podcast, but I came across, or I didn't come across, Robbie posted about it in like his Instagram stories, but there's a independent bookshop that is catered specifically towards queer books. And
I saw it. Yeah.
And they like split their profits with like the authors and stuff, so they get more like for each book that sells. And they
Yeah.
have signed copies of Robbie's books, and I'm like
Yeah.
about to order those. I'm like, I need that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we should do that.
I'm a fan.
Then I got History Is All You Left Me by Silvera because I'm ready to be hurt again. I've read 3 Silvera books for now, and I've sobbed hysterically in all of them. They both die at the end. The first to die at the end, and then More Happy Than Not.
That man.
So this one's gonna hurt, and I
Ready
already
to be
know
hurt
it.
again.
But
All right.
there's no kind of pain like a Silvera pain. Then there was a table for books about books.
Oh.
So I got the Department of Rare Books and Special Collections. It's about a librarian who, I think her boss has a stroke. That's what it is. Her boss has a stroke and can't come to work, and she realizes like one of the manuscripts that's like rare and like under lock and key there is gone. It's just missing.
Oh.
Yeah, and the police are like, hush, no, just leave it alone, blah blah blah. And then another one of the librarians just stops coming to work.
Oh,
And so she
okay.
has to try to figure out like what's going on.
Well, that sounds interesting.
And then you don't like this book at all that I got.
How dare you?
I got Lunar Love. It was like first table when I walked in. I was like,
I went on, I think it was either on pub day or the day after, depending on what my work schedule was that week. I went to Barnes and Noble, and they had exactly 0 copies of Lunar Love, and I was so mad. And then Lauren was like, "It's just they sold out. They flew off the shelf." I'm like, "Yes. You know what? Yes." I was so upset that I didn't even think about that, but that is probably what happened.
They're gone. Okay. Then we went to Target this weekend, and my husband was like, "What do you need at Target?" I don't know. Target hasn't told me yet.
Target tells you what you need. Come on.
I needed nail polish. I needed I think I got some candy. And then I got The Liar's Crown because it's pretty by Abigail Owen. And then my dumbass, let me tell you about me. I was like, I gotta get Love on the Brain. I don't have Love on the Brain. I get home with Love on the Brain. I stamp my name in Love on the Brain. I put Love on the Brain in Book Buddy, and Book Buddy says, you have 2 copies of this. So I guess let us know if you would be interested in a copy of Love on the Brain that has my library stamp in it, and I'll give it away. I'll do a giveaway or something. You just have to be thrilled that it says from the library of Mandy Purvis.
Oh my God. You're so
And then
funny.
I think I ordered this at the end of October, but it was a pre-sale, so I knew like it was going to be a while.
Okay.
I got another order from MC Studios, which made my Holy Trinity shirt. They've made my Trust Your Tingle shirt. They like a lot of my fandom stuff has come from them. So my first shirt is an I Will Always Find You, Alid and Lorcan t-shirt, because Lorcan Salvatore is one of my #1 book boyfriends forever. So she did a little Lorcan love. And then this is another SJM inspired shirt, but it says, "And what's wrong with headstrong girls?" Because not a damn thing.
Nothing.
And it's got art from each of the books.
Love.
Or each of the series. And then my favorite. You haven't read Throne of Glass. So you're not going to get this one. That series will break you. This group will break you. The Black Beaks, the 13, and it says "From now until the darkness claims us," which is their like motto. And then on the back it has all of the names of the 13. When I tell you, like,
all of those books, I just need to sit down and read them.
Liv Manon is like Manon. I don't know how to pronounce it. So I always thought Manon. A lot of people say Manon, but like one of like the most profound parts of the entire series is Liv Manon. It makes me want to like, if it wasn't such a time commitment, I would reread them all. It was like,
that's why I haven't read them yet, because it's such a time commitment, and
but they're complete.
I know, but there's so many things. Like my to-do list of things that I have to read is like,
I know,
in the next few weeks is insane. So
I'm just saying it's better than ACOTAR. It's better than Crescent City.
I will get to it. I promise. I just haven't.
Like the first few are hard because she was like a literal child when she wrote them. So they're kind of like, there's no spice. There's like a kiss, you know? I think that's the only place all my money went. I've been trying to save some money for Disney World.
It's hard.
It's hard to pay for Disney World.
Everything is hard.
Yeah. Where did your money go?
Okay, so this wasn't my money, but I did get sent a gift from a friend, and I can't remember if she said I could say her name on the podcast, so I'm just not going to for now. But this was my Christmas gift, and it is Mickey
Oh,
ears. They're Shang-Chi themed Mickey ears.
cute.
And the back has a dragon. They're
Legit.
so cute. I love them so much. So
These are precious.
they're very cute. And I don't have any Shang-Chi. I have a loungefly, but I don't have ears. So it
Yeah.
was perfect.
Well, you've
Uh,
got something to wear to Disneyland next
yes.
time you go.
I mean, I have lots of things to wear to Disneyland, but
Yeah, but you have a Shang-Chi themed things now. You could
yes.
do a whole outfit.
I have like a crop top that is Shang-Chi. Yeah, I have a whole outfit.
You know what makes me sad? Didn't you have a jacket? Was this Shang-Chi jacket that
Oh
you
yeah,
lost at the airport?
no, it was I do still have that jacket. I lost my it was a Black Widow like
That's it. That
shawl
makes me
cardigan.
sad.
Yeah, I'm still really sad about that. But I do have all my Shang-Chi stuff and I have a full outfit, so I could do that for
Perfect.
Disney. And then speaking of Marvel, I got more Funkos. So this is
Hey!
the first appearance of She-Hulk. It's got the comic cover and the Funko Pop. And we've got Stan. It's Stan Lee.
Oh,
This might be my
so
favorite one.
cute.
Like, it makes me so happy. So
It makes me want to cry.
it makes me want to cry, but also like he's doing the little Spider-Man hands. Like, I love him.
I've been in the presence of his autograph once, and that was cool.
That is very cool, actually.
It was like, I don't remember where, but it was in a comic shop somewhere, and they
So
were like,
cool.
"Look what we have. We're never
That's-
selling it."
I wouldn't either. Oh my god,
like,
that's so
"Oh."
cool. So cool. So yeah, I love it. It makes me so happy.
Yeah, that's really cute.
So I bought back in like November or December the New Year's Eve box from Once Upon a Book Club, which I loved. But it was accidentally missing like the art print, so they sent me that. And it says, "Cheers to a new year, another chance to read more books," which is very true.
Yes.
And this is like thick. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It's like very thick cardstock. I love
Sturdy.
it. It's sturdy. That's definitely getting framed somewhere. It's perfect. Like, yeah, absolutely. Another chance to read more books. And speaking of books,
Hey, you know what I like? That it came
What?
right around Lunar New Year.
oh yeah,
So even if
It
it
worked
was
out.
late, it was
It
right on
worked out.
time too. That's
it
cool.
works out. Yeah. So speaking of books, I am apparently now making weekly trips to Barnes and Noble. It's become a video series on my TikTok for some reason. I did it one time, and then the following week there was another pub date, and I was like, well, I should do it for them too. And so it's been like 3 weeks now. So I went in to get Retro
Yay!
by Sophia LaPuente and Jared Chesterman. I'm very excited to read this. They are so cute on their Instagram.
They
I love
really
them.
are.
They are like couple goals, and I love them so much.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to read that.
Listen, I've seen them in person. They cannot keep their hands off of each other. And like, I don't mean that
Aw.
in a gross way. It's like the
No, I
most, like,
love
they are
that.
always, he's always got his arm around her. He's always kissing her on the forehead. Like, precious.
Precious. I love that so much.
Goals. You're not lying. It's
Aw.
goals.
So cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that I can meet them one day.
Yeah. I didn't like meet them, but yeah.
you were in their presence.
I was like, I could see them, like, even
Yeah.
like they were kind of backstage, like where they
Yeah.
didn't even know somebody was looking, and they were still like just so happy to be
Aw.
around each other. It was
I love
precious. It
them.
really was.
And speaking of authors that I love, because they're adorable people, I got 6 times We Almost Kissed and 1 Time We Did by Tess Sharp. I went to a virtual event with oh my gosh, Kaylee, what is her name?
Cuoco.
No, I feel so bad. The author of A Ruinous Fate, is it Kaylee Moon? Maybe? I forget. I'm so sorry. But the author of A Ruinous Fate,
It's somewhere. I think I have it.
James Ramos, Tess Sharp, and David Valdez. And oh my god, it was so much fun. They are all such hilarious human beings. Tess is like, speaking of golden retriever energy, like it was great. And it just, this book is like about these two girls who, like, their moms are best friends, I think, and then one of their moms is like sick, and so they're spending a lot of time together, or they're living in the same house, and then they just keep finding themselves almost kissing, and then it
See,
sounds super cute.
it sounds like my nightmare. If they almost kiss
Well,
6 times in the book, I'm throwing the book across the room and then running to get it to see what comes next.
6 times we almost kissed, and 1 time we did.
Yeah, it's
and
probably on the last page. My anxiety. I'd throw it and then pick it back up.
You'd be like, I need it.
Jesus.
You promised me 1 kiss, please.
God.
And so when I went to grab this, so this also came out on Tuesday. When I went to grab this, there was another book by Tess Sharp, and I read the flap because now I do that instead of just grabbing books because they're pretty, because I got traumatized. So I read it, and it sounds really good, and so I got The Girls I've Been, also by Tess Sharp, and basically this girl is like raised by her mom, who is a con artist, and then she like her mom like falls in love with one of their marks, and the girl like makes her escape.
That is rule number 1. Don't do that.
And so then the girl like makes her escape, and but then like her ex walks in on her kissing another girl, and then they like they go to the bank. They all meet to go to the bank to deposit money from a fundraiser. But then it goes from like really awkward to because the bank is then getting robbed while they are there. So
Jesus.
It just sounds really interesting. I'm very excited. And I think it says the bank robbers may be trouble, but they have no idea who they're really holding hostage. And I'm like, ooh, I'm intrigued.
Who are they holding hostage?
So I'm very excited. I need to stop going to the bookstore. I apparently can't leave without getting at least 3 books. It's bad.
Know. I was
it's
like,
bad.
I'm just gonna go in and look.
Yeah,
5 books later.
That's where we are in trouble. And then I received my Fairy Loot January adult book. Yay! And I guess spoilers if you're like me and don't want to know what the book is, but I'm gonna say it now, so this is your last chance to leave. It is The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by, is it Roshani Chokshi? I hope I'm saying that right. So. That's how it's spelled. I hope I'm saying that right. But I wanted to read one of her books for a while, and I just never got around to it. And now we've got this beautiful freaking Fairy Loot edition.
It's like, it took my breath away.
I pulled it out and I was like, and the end pages are gorgeous.
Those,
Oh my god.
These end pages.
These end pages are, I'm gonna show you and our Patreon people.
We had a whole conversation about her dimples too, and how beautiful she is.
It is stunning. I think the back is the same. She looks angry in this one. And yeah, like the author is just so pretty and has the best dimples and is just like so, and here's the
save some of that for the rest of us, ma'am.
I know, right? God. Some of us would also like to have pretty dimples. Like, so that is, I think, where all my money went. I have, like 13 books in my Barnes & Noble cart for the pre-order sale, and I really need to, like, not, but, Chloe Gong announced the Barnes & Noble exclusive of Immortal Longing, so obviously that's in my cart.
Of course she did.
There's a Barnes & Noble exclusive of These Violent Delights paperback, so obviously that's in my cart. I've got Robbie's new book in my cart. I've got, it's a very large cart, and I really need to narrow it down.
I know. I just had to stay away from Instagram today. So, like, you got paid and you're going to Disney World. You're not buying books, because when I got on there this morning, there was like 6 authors who were like, hey, go pre-order.
Literally everybody. And I'm just like, you guys.
It's like,
you don't need to
the TikTok sound. I can't see, I'm blind. Stay away from me.
So anyways, that's where my money went, and it will probably go to Barnes & Noble some more, but oh well. It is what it is. Yeah. Okay, what is next on our list?
What are you anticipating?
Okay. This Saturday, so January 28th, which will have passed by the time our listeners are listening to this episode, but it will be Saturday for me in 2 days. We are going to two bookish events. So Linden Tree is putting on, and for new listeners who don't know, Linden Tree Books is my local indie who I love, love, love to pieces. They're putting on it's a book launch event for Vivian Chang and Eugenia Yo. It is a picture book, called This Is Not My Home. And it's kind of like a reverse immigration story. So this girl, she was born and raised in the US, and now her mom is like, no, we have to go back to China. And so she's going back, and so she's kind of, yeah. So it sounds like it would be cute.
Yeah.
And
it's the reverse culture shock.
yeah, exactly. And I asked my daughter, I'm like, do you want to go to this? And she's like, yeah, I do. And I was like, okay. She loves going to Linden Tree. Like one time we went to a book event and they had boba, so she like is in love with them ever since then, you know.
I don't
So
I'm not
yeah.
mad.
And so we're gonna go to that in the morning, and then there is a event in San Francisco at Book Passage, which I believe is the place where Simu Liu had his book signing. And it is with Kyla Zhao, is in conversation with Ava Reed. Kyla's book, The Fraud Squad, just came out last week. And I was part of like her, like, I don't want to say it wasn't like street team, but like part of like her launch day, like social media blitz kind of thing. Yeah. And so I was messaging with her. I'm like, I can make this one. Like the last one I couldn't make, but I can make this one. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to do that. I have the book. I will be reading it probably tomorrow so that, you know, I don't look like a lunatic. But also, I haven't read anything of Ava Reed's either, so I'm going to be doing that as well. Yeah. Like I know that you don't have to, but like it's just for me, I feel like it's what I want to do.
I did that with when I saw Victoria Aveyard and Tiffany D. Jackson. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I've had Blackout on my shelf.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like put it to the top because I want to. It's like a respect thing. You want.
Yeah. Well, and it's also like it's not like I wasn't ever gonna read these books. They just I'm just moving them up on my list. You know? Because I have the opportunity to actually talk with the author of it. Like, might as well, you know, like when are you might not get this chance again. So take advantage of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm very excited for that. That'll be fun. And then sorry, I'm just trying to fix my notes because they look funky. My notes are not doing great. Okay. And then there are a couple books coming out in February that I'm really looking forward to. Obviously, The Stardust in the Ashes by Amber D. Lewis.
Oh my God, you guys.
Comes out on Valentine's Day.
I cannot wait for people to read this book.
I'm so excited. I love this book so much. I can't wait for everybody to read it and talk about it with. I'm so excited. And I feel like this is an excellent opportunity to let people know that next week we will be talking to Amber D. Lewis.
She's back, baby.
She's coming back. We told her that we would have her on for every book that she releases, and thankfully she agreed.
Yeah.
So Amber D. Lewis is coming back to the podcast next week. So stick around. This is just the start of all the exciting stuff that we have happening.
Have no idea.
You have no idea.
You have no idea.
And then the other books that I'm looking forward to coming out next month, When You Wish Upon a Lantern by Gloria Chow. It gives me Rapunzel vibes, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And then of course, February 28th is a big day for me in the publishing world because Last Violent Call is coming out, but
what
also
that?
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
I just wanted to see your face.
You're the worst, Burr.
I'm a troll.
She's the worst. She's the worst. You see what I put up with, you guys? Ugh.
You love me.
So February 28th, Last Violent Call comes out, A Day of Fallen Night comes out, and Delicious Monsters by Liselle Sambury comes out. And I read her duology last month and I fell in love with it. I love her writing style. I feel like this is going to be very different from the Blood Like Magic series, so I'm very excited. And the cover is like haunting and gorgeous, and I can't wait. And I read The Priory of the Orange Tree so fast and I fell in love with that. So I'm very excited for A Day of Fallen
Yeah.
Night. Like as soon as I saw, I was like, why?
I know.
Why?
I keep saying I'm gonna read The Priory of the Orange Tree, but then it's like I
It
see
is
it and it's like
it's
my wrist
daunting.
hurts. My wrist
It's
hurts from thinking
it's
about that.
definitely daunting.
Yeah.
But I
I'm gonna
really
get to
enjoyed
it.
it. I really
Maybe
enjoyed
I'll
it.
get to it this year.
Just don't be like me. I mean, you own it, so you don't have to do what I did because I
No.
stressed myself out.
Yeah. This one borrowed it from the library and then like had to have it.
Yeah, I borrowed it from the library and then life happened and then it was due and I couldn't renew it because there was a wait list. So I read it in 36 hours. It was
Lunatic.
bonkers.
Lunatic.
But it was fun and it was really good. But I'm never doing that again.
Yeah. Please don't.
Anyways, what are you anticipating?
Disney World. I'm like neurotic. Okay, so when I say like I've just done nothing this afternoon, but like get ready. I decided today at like 5 o'clock that her tablet was not going to be good enough for to keep the 3-year-old occupied for the 5.5 hour drive. So I'm like, no, she needs coloring books and snacks. Even though we stop, like we have tradition, like we have to stop at the Starbucks that's an hour away. Like we always stop there. Then we stop at the Florida Line, which is like another hour and a half to get the free orange juice at the visitor center. Then, it's another hour and we'll stop for lunch. So like we stop all the time. No, she had to have themed snacks. So she had to have the Mickey fruit snacks and the Mickey shaped goldfish and coloring books and a lap desk. I've spent the whole afternoon trying to find a desk for this child. I finally found one at Michael's.
Mimi
So
be crazy.
Mimi do too much. Okay.
Mimi be crazy.
But I'm like picturing the moment when she opens the car door to get in and there's like a whole little like activity central. Because I used to do this for the twins too when they were little. Now they've got their phones and they're going to watch their phones and go to sleep. They're going to scroll TikTok for 5 hours and then we're at Disney Springs. Her, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm trying to prep all that, but I'm just so excited. We're eating at Raglan Road when we get to Disney Springs, which is like Irish food. And it's one of my favorites. They come out and do like dances and they normally have like a live band or performer. I have a timeshare and we're staying in the one that is like right next to like the Disney outlet.
Oh.
So like they've been putting like we're tiki. I've talked about it before. Like we're tiki nerds too.
Mm-hmm.
They've got, as of like a week or so ago, they had like tiki room lounge flies for like $20.
Oh my God.
Like I need that. Thank you. So we're gonna walk over there. And then just doing Magic Kingdom and Epcot. I can't wait.
Just doing Disney things. I love it
so much. I miss it so much. And then I'm looking forward to all of our upcoming guests. I'm so excited. Like the first quarter of this year, you guys.
It's bonkers.
It's wild. It's
well,
we don't have to come up with fangirl freestyles for a while.
Yeah, which is great because our brains are not working.
No.
But yeah, it is. Let's just say the next 3 weeks are going to be so much fun. Mm-hmm. And then I'll be at Disneyland, which will also be fun for me. This first quarter is bonkers. We're booked through March.
But if you are listening and you are an author, don't let that discourage you.
Please
go to
come
our website. Yeah, we have a whole section on our website now devoted to authors. If you want to come on the podcast and talk to us, there's a form for you to fill out.
Please do.
We would love. If you're traditionally published, if you're self-published, we don't care. If you've got 3 people who've ever read your book, or if 3 million people have read your book, I'm going to be just as excited either way.
We will be 2 more.
Yes,
we would love to have you. We're very excited. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up. I'm so excited. Like I know, I want
to pinch myself.
Every time I think about it, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Yeah, so it's gonna be great. Stick around, guys. Stick around.
Stick around.
Lots of fun stuff coming. All right.
Okay, so I have a baby freestyle, a little bit of a freestyle.
All right, let's do it. Fangirl freestyle.
Okay, so I want to start off by saying I don't condone the behavior or the choices of anyone in this scenario. Okay, so like I don't even really have a side per se, because I'm like,
I'm scared.
okay. Have you heard about the drama with Joey King and Aaron Taylor Johnson?
No.
There are rumors spiraling from Demois and TikTok saying that he cheated on his wife with Joey King. And so, like,
What?
on the one hand, I don't condone like cheating on your spouse. I am
But
a spouse.
also,
I wouldn't want it done to me, but also she groomed him from childhood.
yeah, I have such mixed feelings.
Exactly. I know. I knew you would.
Oh my God,
Because
that's so.
I do not like Sam Taylor Johnson. Like, you're gross. You groomed a
I'm-
child, and then when he was old enough, you married him. Yikes.
I don't know. I'm so conflicted. I have so many
Yeah.
feelings. How do
And
I
I have a Glamour article open where
Okay.
he is 32 years old and she is 55 right now.
Mhm.
They claim when he was 18.
Mhm.
And she was 42. She said, as soon as we finished filming, they were filming Nowhere Boy. As soon as we finished filming, he told me he was going to marry me. We had never been on a date or even kissed. And then he proposed exactly 1 year to the minute after they met.
I
And they now have 2 children together.
Yeah.
Now listen, I have to say, I've said it not years ago, because we haven't been in this. I've said it like early on in the podcast. If anybody was going to play Castile Denier, which is one of my favorite book boyfriends, I would want it to be Aaron Taylor Johnson. Okay.
Mhm.
Like, now you've sullied yourself in my eyes, because the being groomed and marrying that person, I don't necessarily blame him.
No, he's a victim.
He's a victim. But if you actively cheat on your spouse, you're not a victim.
But also, is that part like trauma response to having been groomed?
Maybe.
As
Yeah,
well. Like that's also
fair.
another, like, I don't condone it, but like
Right,
that's
like-
also like another thing to consider. Like there's so much nuance to the situation
Yeah.
because she groomed him and he cheats on her, but is it a situation where he's cheating on her because he never had the chance to grow up without
Right.
her, you know?
Right.
And she groomed, like, it could be a trauma response, like, doesn't make it okay, but it could be a
No.
trauma response.
And
Also,
then-
like, just,
Oh, you go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, also, like, Joey, what are you doing?
Yeah, and see, a lot of people on like the TikToks that I saw were like, if these rumors are true, then there's finally something that I don't hate Joey King about. And first of all, I don't know anything about Joey King either
I don't
way.
either. I've
But
just
apparently
seen
she's
her and
hated.
stuff.
She's very
Okay.
hated for some reason. I didn't know that. But
I
then
didn't know
people
that.
are like, stick it to the groomer, I guess. And so they're happy about it. And I'm like,
I
I
can't.
feel like she should be in jail for grooming a child.
Yeah.
But
In what
it's
world?
weird. It's so
Like,
weird.
in what world does a 42-year-old have something in common with an 18-year-old?
Right. Correct.
Like, I don't care if it's technically legal. Like, I just don't understand.
Right.
I can't fathom it. Like, I can't fathom what would be the equivalent to us now? Like, we're in our 30s. So like even now, so we're like 33 and an 18. Like, I can't fathom having anything in common with an 18-year-old.
No.
And we're not nearly as far apart as she was with him.
Right.
Or is with him. And I can't wrap my head around that.
This article has photos of them together, and it's like, is that your child?
It's
weird. And it wouldn't bother me as much if he was 30, or he was 28 and she was, 52.
Honestly,
it would bother me less.
I think the age gap is not what bothers me. What bothers me is that they met when he was 18 and started a relationship when he was, like, if they met now and started their relation, like, I wouldn't wouldn't
Your
bother
brain
me.
is fully formed by the time you're
Yeah.
25. Your brain's not fully formed when you're 18 and you're
No, exactly.
marrying a 40-year-old, 42-year-old.
Yeah. Like I don't my problem is not the age gap. My problem is the
The
grooming.
grooming.
The grooming. Like if like honestly, if they met now and they dated and fell in love and got married or whatever, nobody would bat an eye. I mean, they might say shit because like, oh, she's so much old, but like it wouldn't be as gross. Like it
Right.
wouldn't feel as gross
Right.
as it does. So yeah, I don't know. I don't like
And again,
it.
these are rumors. So
Right.
like don't take this as, any type of fact. This is just this and Mascara Gate have been my TikTok for like the past week.
Meanwhile, I'm over here, like, I'm so much book talk comes across my feed
Oh yeah, I
now.
got yeah.
Like, it's almost exclusively book talk, and I'm like, how did I manage this? Can I please get back? Like, I love book talk, but can I get back to like, I want to be back on lesbian TikTok.
I
Like,
miss Hiddle Talk.
I want to get back on, Sebastian Stan talk. Like,
Is it still there, or did people forget about them?
I want, my For You page was the best when it was all Lizzie Olsen because. I love her.
Yeah. Interesting TikToks and I guess we'll see. So far again, this is just rumors, but we'll see what comes from the Taylor Johnson household. I feel like everyone should decouple amicably. I don't think he should be married to her.
I think they can just co-parent separately.
Co-parent separately.
And I think maybe he needs to learn how to be on his own and how to be an adult on his own for a
he
little
needs
while.
a few years of because he's never been an adult without
a partner.
Someone who's old enough to be his parent there 24/7. Ooh,
yeah.
Skeevies.
Woo! Yeah. So yeah, I agree. I do have very mixed feelings about these rumors.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel.
I feel a lot of things. So yeah. I guess we'll see what happens.
We will keep you informed when my TikTok changes and updates me, I will update
you. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't hear any of this.
I know. I thought you would know more than I did, honestly, because it's he's Marvel. So
yeah, he's Marvel. So yeah, I don't know. He's just all right. Anyways, moving on.
We got a spiel and some besties to tell you about.
Yeah, we do. All right.
Don't skip the spiel because the besties come with coupon codes.
Yes, they
Just
do.
saying that.
We are trying to save you money, even as we spend all of ours at Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
All right, friends, if you enjoyed this episode, please like, follow, and subscribe on whatever platform you are listening to us on. Also, follow us over on social media. We are on Instagram and TikTok at The Incoherent Fangirl and Twitter at Incoherent Girls. But, Twitter's the worst, so if you don't have to follow us there, but if you want to,
armpit of the internet,
you can. Head on over to Facebook and like our Facebook page because that feels like a cool little support thing you could do. Mm-hmm. It's a little button. Just press the button. It's a thumbs up.
2 seconds of time.
Yeah. And then you can head on over to our website and browse around the fun stuff there. Like Mandy said earlier in the episode, we do have a new section on our website. It's called For Authors. And there's a couple Google forms you can fill out if you want to come on the podcast, or you need some beta readers or ARC readers, or you want to send us some swag. We're always happy to accept whatever part of you and your publishing journey you want to share with us. We would love that. And our website also houses our blog, which has all of our reviews that we talk about here, but also write in depth over there. So if you're looking for some recommendations, they're over there as well. And this is the first time I can really say this. Go and subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/The Incoherent Fangirl. I'm pretty sure. Or you could go. I know, I'm the worst. It's linked in the episode description. You can go. I know for sure. You can go to theincoherentfangirl.com/Patreon. That'll get you to the right place.
Hey.
I'm smart. I'm a smart person. I don't remember any of the extra links. Just if you go to theincoherentfangirl.com/whatever social media platform you want to go to, it'll take you there.
It'll get you there.
Magic. Yay! So yeah, do that. We would love to have you there as well. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, or you just want to tell us we're pretty, you can send us an email at theincoherentfangirl@gmail.com. We love hearing from you guys.
Yes, we do.
And also feel free to slide into our DMs on whatever platform you want. We'll respond to that too. We just love hearing from y'all.
We love to talk.
Obviously, we've been doing this for a couple hours now.
Yeah.
We love talking, so come talk to us. And if you have the chance, if you want to head over to whatever platform you're listening to us on and leave us a review, that would be really awesome. We'd love reviews. It makes us really happy. Like, it's really fun to see.
Validating too. Like, people are out there listening and liking us.
Very cool. So
you like
that would
me.
be
You really like me.
You really like me. So yeah, do that. Do all of those things and stick around because we got some more stuff to tell you later on after the spiel.
It's
This
so
is
cool.
the spiel. And we have more. This is the spiel. I'm getting my sea legs back. Okay, guys.
Look, you're turning into me at the beginning of the episode. What's going on?
I'm struggling. I'm trying. Anyways, wait, no, I have to point this way. I don't know why.
Yeah, you're up to me now because I did my window like this.
Yeah, but so you're here.
Oh.
No, you point that
way.
No, you point the other way. So okay. See, but if I have to point away from you on my screen because when I get the recording.
Okay. Yeah, that's why, because I was like, I'm pointing the opposite of you, Karin.
No, you point.
I see.
Yeah, it's really weird. So we basically look like we're pointing in the same direction, but the recording.
We're pointing it to Lula.
But the recording flips me. I don't know. It's weird.
She's like, I don't want anybody to subscribe to me. Don't follow me. I'm a fat basset hound.
Anyways, she's at Mandy Perv on all the things.
And she's at Ms. Made in China on all the things. One of my nieces saw your Instagram handle and she was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever read. And I'm dying.
It is my favorite. I'm a big fan of it and I'm never getting rid of it.
No, I wouldn't.
I think that's gonna be my website.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I publish, that's gonna be my author website and it's gonna be great.
Very, very nice.
I'm never getting rid of it. I love it. It cracks me up every time I think about it.
Yeah. No, I love it.
All right, let's talk about our besties. We love them. We love them so much. Head on over to herecomesthenerd.com. You can use code Fangirl to get 20% off your first order. And this episode's coming out on the 3rd. So, February 4th, on Pop Shop Live, Here Comes the Nerd is having a drop, which will include pins that I left over there. It's Marie and Baymax, and they're so freaking cute. So download Pop Shop Live, use code NERDY with 2 Y's to automatically follow Here Comes the Nerd, and then you can shop on the 4th.
Shop all the things.
Shop all the things.
And then you can go to onceuponabookclub.com and use code Mandy10 for 10% off. And their middle grade box is for sale. They're selling out quickly. Yeah. I think they said they've got a few more days before.
Yeah, I just saw that
cycle ends, or
I think it renews on the 5th.
So if you want this first month,
yeah,
you're getting close to
the end. So go do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They said they are selling fast. There's 9 days left to get that first box.
Okay. So there you go. There you have it.
And now for you, that means there's like 1 day.
1 day.
Because we're filming 8 days in advance.
Yeah. What she said. I don't know, Matt.
I think you got 1 or 2 days. Let's
just do it now. Just do it now.
Room. Do it now. Do it now. You gotta get it done.
Just do it now.
Mandy 10.
Once you've done that, you can head on over to noveltychest.com. That's novel like a book, tea like the drink, chest.com. Use code Fangirl5 and you'll get 5% off your monthly subscription. The book for February, which is currently on sale now, is Revel by, I think it's Lissa Mae Smith, I think is the author's name. But yeah, it's like a Moulin Rouge inspired or Moulin Rouge like retelling. So I'm very excited.
Oh my God, I love.
Sounds very good. So that's exciting. So if you want to get that, head on over and do that. You have a couple, you have some wiggle room on that one. So
remember when I used Moulin Rouge to break your heart?
Yeah.
I would choose it over everything. Hamilton, Hadestown, Wicked, all of them, every single one. Okay. And then after so for Karin to drown her sorrows, she should go to grimoiretea.com and use code fangirlt for 10% off your order. But remember, there's no I in fangirl. FANGRLTEA for 10% off.
I will need lots of tea to drown my sorrows.
I'm not sorry. You see what I did there?
I see what you did there. You're the worst, Burr. All right. Well, somebody who is not the worst is Amber D. Lewis.
Not the
And
worst.
you should head over to her website, amberdlewis.com. You can use code fangirl10 and get 10% off of whatever you order from her website. This will include books, ebooks, and any of the cute little merch that she has on there. We love Amber.
Yes, we do.
And we love all of our besties.
Yes, the bestest besties.
The bestest besties. And we will try and get them to come onto the podcast as well. Because
we can pencil them in.
Yeah. Well, Amber's already coming next week.
Yeah.
Stick around. We're going to talk to Amber D. Lewis next week about her newest book, The Stardust and the Ashes. This book had everything that I needed. I'm so excited for it to be out into the world. It is coming out on Valentine's Day, which is the perfect day for this book to come out. I saw a sneak peek of something that's going into the swag boxes. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so much fun. So yeah, follow us, follow our besties, and come back next week for a really fun conversation.
And go shopping.
Yeah, shop. Please shop.
Our besties. And that was the incoherent
very incoherent girl. Yet again, very incoherent.
Always.
We will not get better. I'm not even going to try and promise that ever again because it's just not going to happen. But we love you.
The way we live.
Yeah,
we love you.
You knew what you were signing up for. Just look at
literally in the name.
It's literally in the name. So, thank you for listening. We love you so much.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.
We are sponsored by our friends at Here Comes the Nerd. Pins, stickers, magnets, and more. Here Comes the Nerd has happy art for all fandom-loving hearts. New customers can use coupon code FANGIRL during checkout for 20% off their first order at HereComesTheNerd.com. Coupon applies to ready-to-ship items only.